Nothing's promised in this business. Succeeding at such a high level, I have pinch me moments every single day. I cannot believe this is my life.
This is your 8th WrestleMania. How's that feel?
Iconic, getting better matches every single year.
Do you feel the pressure going into this one?
Not right now. Since I've come back from my injury, I'm trying to stay in the moment.
What happened with this injury?
I just took a weird fall, but we're on the other end of it now.
What a return at Survivor Series.
It was so iconic. I couldn't have written a better return.
You punted John Cena.
I did, and I've never even done that before.
Walk me through the Royal Rumble, what that moment meant in winning it.
I've been in every single Royal Rumble since 2018, so it was a dream come true.
You and Dom being paired together leveled both of you up.
We are the greatest couple in the history of WWE, better than Becky and Seth, Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth.
Whoa.
I stand on that.
Your real name's a pretty great wrestling name.
I know, Gianna Daddio.
So how did you become Liv Morgan?
This episode right here is brought to you by Beam's Dream Powder. You've heard me talk about Dream for years now. This is a key part of my nightly routine, and it keeps me fresh for interviews like this one. Dream is made with a powerful blend of all natural ingredients: reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, apigenin, and melatonin. And the taste is just as good as how it makes you feel. My go-to is the cinnamon cocoa flavor right now. It's like a nice, warm, hot chocolate as you wind down before bed. And it's not just me. Beam has improved over 28 million nights of sleep. If you've been waiting for the right time to try Dream, this right here is it. Go to shopbeam.com/insight, use my code INSIGHT, and you'll get my exclusive offer for up to 40% off Beam's Dream Powder. So with my discount code, once again, it's INSIGHT, you can get their best-selling Dream Powder for just $39. Stop pretending like you're in your 20s and you can survive a whole day without a good night's sleep. You need it. Place your order for Beam and you will see the difference. That's shopbeam.com/insight.
Great to see you.
Great to see you again.
Yeah, the stadium's right there out the window. It's just like, it's happening.
I know. It feels crazy to like have a moment to just like view it before we're here for Mania week.
Yeah. Wild.
Crazy.
Is that a WrestleMania 10 shirt?
It
Is it 10? No, it's 15.
Honestly,
I didn't see it's XV.
Yeah, I was at headquarters this week and I got a couple gifts.
That's great.
This is one of them.
Rock Austin.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love this. This is your 8th WrestleMania.
Ah!
How's that feel?
Iconic. Iconic. We're just going and we're just getting better matches every single year.
Yeah, do you feel the pressure going into this one?
Not right now. Not right now, and not in like a bad way. I just I don't know. I feel like since I've come back from my injury, I'm very much just like trying to just stay in the moment and be present. Obviously, WrestleMania is heavy on my mind, but I'm not feeling like any anxiety or pressure yet. I'm just kind of taking everything day by day and just preparing as best as I can. So no, I don't feel pressure right now in this moment.
When does it usually hit? Is it day of?
Probably day of.
If we found you right before your match, what would you be doing?
Throwing up in a garbage can.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every match?
Not every single match, but you know, maybe like 4 out of 7 times I probably will be dry heaving or spinning or puking.
And that's just like anxiety? Is it?
I think I have like
nerves?
Performance anxiety, nerves, but I know it's coming from like a place of, you know, love and care and wanting to do a great job. It's not like detrimental to me. I think I just care a lot.
What happened with this injury? And did you immediately know something was wrong?
Yeah, I just took a weird fall, tried to brace myself, which is stupid. And as soon as it happened, I knew, just because like you can't feel anything. Well, first of all, it's like such an intense pain, and then it just goes away, and then you can't feel anything because your shoulder is just not connected. So, yeah, I knew. I rolled out the ring. I tried to like pop it back in. Medical came and tried to pop it back in, and it was kind of just like, I can't continue. I can't do anything else. And so I had to throw in the towel, which I hated. And I think I tried to be really optimistic, like until my MRI news, like I was like, I think I'm okay. But I had done the same thing like 2 years prior. So like I knew it wasn't okay, but I didn't really want to speak it into existence.
Because there's the video of you on the table that you posted
Mm-hmm.
of your shoulder getting relocated,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy because you can see it pop
Yeah.
back into place. And then you stand up and you're like, maybe that's it. Like, maybe I'm good to go.
Yeah, I wasn't good to go. I think that was just, wishful thinking. I did not want to have time off, especially in that moment in time. I had a lot of amazing opportunities in front of me at work. Was having a lot of fun with the Judgment Day, and like you leave and you don't know like what you're going to come back to necessarily. And so, yeah, I was very fearful and just like overall sad, just very, 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 very sad. But we're on the other end of it now, and now we're going to WrestleMania.
And what a return at Survivor Series.
Thanks.
And like to be part of that match too. Dirty Dom and John Cena. And
Yeah.
then you turn on John Cena. It's like you basically pulled the
Well, did I turn on John Cena?
Well, you pulled the Uno reverse card, right?
Yeah.
It's the Uno reverse card. Like it's the exact same thing that he did to Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes earlier in the year.
Yeah.
The look on your face just sold that moment so perfectly.
I don't even know how I did that. Like my eyes, I was like, woo, dilated. I must have tapped into something right there. I don't know. But yeah, it was so iconic and I couldn't have like written a better return. And I mean that like so wholeheartedly. I couldn't, first of all, I would not even have come up with that myself. That was so much more grand and special to me than anything I could have thought of myself. And so I was just so happy and honored.
You like punted John Cena.
I did. And I've never even done that before. I really didn't even know like, the mechanics of any of it. So I just was like, I'm just going to go for it.
Walk me through winning the Royal Rumble
Yeah.
and what that moment meant, eliminating Tiffany Stratton and winning it.
Yeah. I've been in every single Royal Rumble since we started doing these in 2018. I think.
What a stat.
Yeah. I think myself and Natalia are the only women that can say that at this point. And, I've had like every position in that match. I've come out first. I've come out last. I've had the fastest elimination time. I've had the time for the shortest elimination. And to like finally be the bride and not the bridesmaid this year. And not only that, but to like solidify myself a WrestleMania spot where I was able to pick a champion of my choosing. None of that is like lost on me, even like 11 years in, like none of that is lost on me. And so, I don't know. I kind of felt like how I felt when I won the Money in the Bank match, just kind of like overwhelming awe and gratitude. And it just being so surreal that all I can do was just like look out into the audience just because I wanted to like really remember that feeling and try to, like I said, just be really present in the moment. And so it was a dream come true.
When you were walking back up the ramp, it looked like you got emotional.
I did. I did.
What did that moment mean to you?
You just nothing's promised in this business, And so those moments where you're quite literally like not only living your dream, but you're like accomplishing and succeeding at such a high level. It just makes me emotional because I'm just like so proud and just like I have pinch me moments every single day where I'm just like, I cannot believe this is my fucking life, and to win the Royal Rumble with a roster so stacked of incredible, talented women and for it to be me and to go on to WrestleMania, it was just amazing, incredible. I was just really proud. I was just really proud and happy. And I just felt like vindicated.
I feel like you are on a whole new level over the last 2 or 3
Hey,
years,
thanks.
right?
Yeah,
Do you recognize it too?
for sure. Yeah, I've been saying like ever since the Liv Morgan Revenge tour,
Yeah.
I feel like I've just like been able to tap into something else. And I think I just really needed like something to sink my teeth into. And that was like that for me. And then I feel like I just understood everything better after that.
And then you and Dom being paired together, like leveled both of you up.
Yeah.
Like it made both of you go like just immediately shoot up like right into the main event.
Thanks.
But it's amazing. Like what is it about that chemistry that works so well?
I think like ultimately we just understand the assignment. And I feel like the fans love to hate us or they hate to love us. And it's such like an intriguing, complex, messy, wholesome love story that we haven't seen for a while. And I feel like the audience really loves that. And I think, honestly, I just think we're just iconic. I know I say that word a lot, but we're just iconic together. I think we are the greatest couple in the history of WWE. And I don't mean that like, I'm not just saying that. I mean that like wholeheartedly. You know, we're better than Becky and Seth. We're better than AJ and CM Punk. We're better than Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth.
Whoa.
Like I stand on that.
Okay.
I stand on that.
That's bold.
I stand on that. I stand on that. And I feel like we've resurged couples in WWE. Like what couples were couples before Dominik and I, you know? Now you have tons. Now you have tons of people coupling up trying to do what we do, but they just can't.
When the relationship with you and Dominik became official at SummerSlam, like he was already a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was already getting booed. That moment though, like I don't know how a heel turns heel again, but that's exactly what we got, right?
Yeah.
Like did you feel the reaction there?
Yes, I did, but also just watching it back like hit a different level just because I was like so in it, you know what I mean? Like obviously I can hear, but also it was open stadium. Yeah. So the noise kind of like leaves as well. So you kind of don't realize how much of a ruckus it is until you kind of get to watch it back. So when I watched it back, I was just like, holy shit. Holy shit. It was so cool. It was so funny. And it's like, I even saw like, you know, Stephanie McMahon's kids, like just like shocked, just like, what the hell? And so it was just super, super funny just seeing everyone's reactions and their shock or their enjoyment or their hatred for it.
You also like injected new life into the Judgment Day. Like,
thanks.
It's true. Like you going in there and then you and Raquel becoming a team and winning the tag team championships over and over again.
The most iconic, history-making, record-breaking.
You said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not, it's in the stats. It's in the stats. No one else is 4-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
What an interesting dynamic you guys had.
Mm-hmm.
Like where she's like using you as a weapon.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
I feel like I've always, masochist is not the right word, but like I've always been down to like, if it's gonna hurt you, I'm okay with hurting me, you know? And I have this strong, powerful 6-foot woman that can just throw me across the ring, you know? And so I think we just were like, this is kind of fun. And like no one, it's different. And so we kind of just took that and like ran with it. Like you can use me as a battery ram or like a cannonball or whatever it is that we want to do to hurt our opponents.
I feel like fans are so used to seeing you in this role now. But if we go back to your NXT debut, Tyler Breeze is making his entrance and you're a crazed fan who jumps out and jumps on him.
Yeah, I guess I've always been a little bit crazy, huh?
What was your gimmick even at that time?
I don't think I had one. I think that was my very first feature on WWE TV. And I think they just wanted to have someone obsess over Tyler Breeze. And so they chose me and I was like, okay. You know, it was just very, we're going to give you a little spotlight on this takeover. I just started. I probably was there for like 2 months maybe. And so I was like surprised. I was like, okay, yeah, I totally will do it. I just got like a phone call while I was at home, like come to a rehearsal. And I was like, why? And they're like, we have something for you. And I was just like, okay. And it was just, it was just that. And then I think I was also in his entrance like a couple months later.
How long after that did you actually have a match? Like a while after, right?
Like my televised match or just like my first match?
How about both?
You know, actually, I don't even remember my first non-televised match. I think my first match was on TV, actually. And I think that was like in June or July against Eva Marie. And I was local competitor. I didn't even have a name yet because I was still going through like clearance process of a name. Because I wanted to be named Marley after like my dog. But I think we couldn't get clearance because of Bob Marley estate. And so I had to be local competitor because we didn't have any other options.
Your real name's a pretty great wrestling name.
I know. I tried to.
Can you like pronounce it correctly for everybody so they know?
Gianna Daddio.
What a
Not
name!
really hard.
What a name!
Thanks. You know what I just saw?
That's a world champ.
I just saw that like one of the NXT girlies, I'm assuming it's a girly, like they're like trademarking the name Gianna. And I was like, who the fuck got my name? Who got my name? And so I'm interested to see. They spell it Gianna, which is like how everyone else in the world spells it. I spell it Gio. Well, my mom spelled it Gio. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see who is Gianna. That's not me.
So how did you become Liv Morgan?
I walked into work one day and they were like, okay, you're either Liv Morgan or Liv Gallo, pick. And I was like, oh. And I had known we had like Luke Gallows, you know, at some point in time there. He wasn't employed in that moment in time when I was there, I don't think, but I had known of him and his history. So I was like, I'll be Liv Morgan. And that was really it. And I never really liked Morgan. Now I like it. But I remember like first time signing an autograph, I was like, I'm just going to sign Liv. And that's all I've done. I just has stayed with me my whole career. It was only because I didn't like Morgan.
Well, I like those first name, last names though.
Yeah, I didn't want that. I wanted like a name that was obviously not a real human name. Like I wanted to be Illy Millie.
For real?
For real. Like that was like my that was like my number one. I wanted to be Illy Millie. Really, really bad. Or like I remember I pitched the name Penny Wap because I loved Fetty Wap. Yeah. And they just were like, no, bitch. All my names pretty much kept getting denied. Like I sent in like 2.5 lists of names and they just were like, no. And so I finally walked in and they were like, these are your 2 options, pick one. And I was just like, okay. But I love it now. And like Liv is very punny, you know, there's like lots of room to play with the name Liv.
I love the very romantic Valentine's Day that you and Dominik had this
Thanks.
year.
We had like a week celebration, huh?
The chicken tendies at ringside. That was a beautiful thing.
It was a nice
Although
time.
they looked like chicken nuggets, didn't they?
They were nuggies. And the ranch wasn't ranch. It was Caesar. So
Ooh.
the waiter messed up huge.
But still, great company.
Still,
right?
it's really the thought that counts. It's really the thought that counts. We had a nice bottle of Dom. You know, we had Dominik there, some flowers. It was very nice. It was romantic.
Is he as romantic as people think?
For sure. He's probably more romantic than people think. He probably doesn't get enough credit for his romance.
I could understand that maybe. I could maybe see that.
He's very thoughtful.
Hey, quick time out. This episode is brought to you by Delete Me. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. I gave them my name and my email address. That's it. And they came back with a full report a few days later and they were like, is this your address? Is this your phone number? Is this your mom's full name? Is this your dad's full name? Did you go to this high school? Why, yes. Yes, I did. And all of that info was out there. So after you pay for a subscription with them, they go to those data brokers and they make sure that they delete it. Hence the name Delete Me. And as long as you're subscribed, they'll continue to monitor your personal information to make sure it doesn't show up anywhere else online. And as someone with an active online presence like myself, privacy is really important to me. And I'm sure it is to you too. So take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special discount for anyone who's watching this. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/insight and use the promo code INSIGHT at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is by going to joindeleteme.com/insight and enter that code INSIGHT at checkout. We all have non-negotiables in life. For me, getting quality sleep is absolutely non-negotiable. Ever since I switched to a Helix Midnight Lux mattress, my sleep has completely changed. I'm falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up actually feeling refreshed. And it's not just my experience. Helix found that 82% of people increase their deep sleep while sleeping on a Helix mattress. Amazing. When you switch to Helix, you're upgrading to a premium mattress that is customized to fit your personal needs and is conveniently shipped to your door. They have a supportive hybrid design and you can choose to elevate your mattress with premium cooling options. I did that for sure. The best part, you get seamless returns, exchanges, and a risk-free experience. So if you're making upgrades this spring, Start with your sleep. Go to helixsleep.com/CVV for 20% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/CVV for 20% off site-wide. Make sure you enter the name of our show after checkout so they know that we're the ones who sent you there for a better night of sleep. helixsleep.com/CVV.
I love the Sheamus workout you did, the Celtic Warrior workout.
Oh, yeah?
I appreciate that. Sheamus said it was one of his favorites. And he
Did
said,
he? Because of our viewership?
Because of the viewers. It was called butt stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of butt stuff.
Did not know what to call the workout. It's all going to be glutes. So
He was number one talking about how difficult it was. And then I think number two talking about the fan base.
yeah.
That tuned in specifically for this workout. What was the game plan for this workout?
Nothing really. I just wanted to do a workout that I felt like wasn't on his channel. Like there was not a glute exclusive workout. And I think that was my glute day anyway. So I just was like, we're going to just do a bunch of butt stuff. But he was down for it.
It's a great workout.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
really
a good one.
is.
Yeah.
Do you
He
have
was sweating.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite moment from the last 11 years? One that you come back to? One that maybe replays in your head?
No, and not in like a bad way, but no, I don't think that there's like a moment that stands out to me multiple times. I just feel like my career as a whole, like I think of so many moments, I guess. I think of so many moments in my career as a whole. I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just so grateful, really. I'm just so fucking grateful, and I don't know how else to put it. I just feel blessed. I feel lucky. I feel like I'm living like the life of my dreams.
Have you always lived in gratitude like that?
Yes, but like especially more so now coming out of my injury. It just is like very like apparent to me, just like I am just so lucky. I'm just so lucky, and it almost makes me like emotional just because I'm just grateful and I'm just happy, and I feel like I don't know what I did to like earn this, but I will take it nonetheless.
Was there a moment in your injury where you were worried you wouldn't come back or worried you wouldn't come back into a storyline?
No, I always knew I was going to come back. I just didn't want the time off. I didn't want the time off, especially when I had it. Like I had to miss Evolution. I had to miss SummerSlam in my hometown. I knew I was going to be out for at least 6 months. And like I said, I didn't know what I was going to come back to. So it was just all sad for me. It was just all sad for me. And I feel like I was really like firing off on like all cylinders in that point in time as well. So just for it all to be taken away, it was just hard. It was a hard pill to swallow. It was a hard pill for me to swallow. Like I was just sat at home for like a very, very long time.
What got you out of the funk?
Raquel had actually said something to me. Like I'm a very like everything happens for a reason person. Even if it's like terrible, I can like be delusional and be like, no, it's for my greater good somewhere like along the way. But I didn't feel like that about my injury. And so that was hard for me to even sit with, like feeling like something happened to me that wasn't intended for my greatest good. Like I was like, wow, I really just got injured. And it was just to kind of like deter me. You know what I mean? Like, wow, something just happened just for it to be terrible. And that was just hard for me to come to terms with because that's not how I live my life. But I did not really see like the flip side. And so I remember like just being on FaceTime with Raquel and just telling her like, yeah, like I don't know like what I believe in right now. And like not having a faith in something like had me lost for a little bit. And then Raquel was just like, well, it was like so simple. She's just like, well, sister, like I feel like when you feel like you have no faith is like when you're supposed to have the most. And it was kind of just, it was so simple, but I just was like, huh, And so I feel like that was kind of like the catalyst that was enabled me to change my mindset a little bit. And so I just was like, yeah, I should have the most faith right now while I'm feeling like I have zero. And so that was kind of it. And then I feel like I was able to kind of take myself out of the slump that I was in, or start to at least.
You were on the receiving end of one of Bianca Belair's hardest, loudest hair whips ever. How long did it take for that to heal up?
I had a scar for quite a while, honestly. I haven't looked at it in a bit. I still think I have a very bit of a tail end mark.
Still?
Yeah, and also my back too. I have like a scar on my back from some injury I had to, taken from the Elimination Chamber. So yeah, I scarred me up pretty well. But honestly, that's like one of my favorite matches ever. That was one of my favorite matches ever. And like the final two with B&I is one of my favorite moments. I feel like the audience really didn't know who was going to take it.
Yeah.
And I think just that chamber specifically in and of itself with Jade and Naomi, I just think it was so well done. And I think that was like one of the best chamber matches in my opinion for the women.
We got to get you out of here. I feel like every interview I do with you in Vegas, they're all
we'll
quick.
get a proper one. Maybe after I beat Stephanie at WrestleMania.
Bring the
I
championship.
can come back with the championship and we could do a proper hour.
I get you for 20 minutes. if we put them all together, we've had an hour.
I guess I'm in demand. I'm a busy woman.
you got other things to do. But since you live in such gratitude, I do as well. What are 3 things right now, Liv, that you're grateful for?
Thankful for my family. So thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my health. And I'm thankful for like my job, and that entails everything. I'm thankful for the life that it gives me, the life I'm able to give my family. I'm thankful for the community that I have. All of my friends at work are like my best friends, and I'll be friends with until the end of time. WWE, I feel like, has given me everything good in my life. So I'm just like eternally grateful, eternally fucking grateful.
What a way to end it.
Yeah.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Right.
We'll come back. We'll resurface in like 3 or so weeks.
Sounds good. So good to see you.
Good to see you too.